Hello, everybody out there in the internet world, and welcome back to another Dark Avenger Live. This is the beginning of the show, as always. I'm just fixing my camera before we really get into anything here. Perfect. This is the beginning of the show, so I'm not expecting too many people to be popping on yet. I will, however, start up the comments, because that's what I do every time I start these shows. Mike is still at work. He'll be here within a half hour, give or take. There we go, and I said perfect. Great. Now can I go back and see the comments? I want to see comments. I don't want to just click it and go into the video. Want to watch it on YouTube? Yes. There we go. I made a mistake the last time.
There we go. And
so
perfect. Great. Now,
4 people already. Wow. Awesome. JR is here. What up, JR? Alan's here. Hey, I'm here. Like I said, I'm glad you're here, Alan. It's great to see you on here. And we're going to have a bunch of fun today. I guess I'll start off with some Twitter news and some news about Midtown, since everybody's going to be slowly streaming their way in here. I did put out a tweet earlier or late last night, early this morning, depending on how you want to see it. And I mentioned, I don't know if it's UPS or if it's Midtown to blame, but my comics have still yet to come from 2 weeks ago. The good news is they came. I will not be doing a whole video for them. I will be doing the whole right here on this live show. So you guys are going to be getting the last version of a live haul, at least for now. I mean, you never know in the future. But I love, Alan, you said it was both. I believe it was both. But then another friend of mine, I believe his name was, wow, I can leave here, but I don't want to, because I'm afraid if I leave here, I won't be able to come back as quickly. When did you start, Tevye? You've literally, I've just started rambling, literally. So I'm going to leave this, and then I guess I'll try to come back. I'll be back to you guys' comments in a minute. I don't want to give anybody non-credit where credit is due. But let's go back to the notifications, which is here. And I have to scroll the way up. My good friend Cody, CBS 397, actually said, I ordered comics last Wednesday and they came this past Tuesday. Not as bad as it was last month for me. So, again, either it's UPS or it's it's Midtown, or it's a mixture of the two. I'm kind of more on the side with you, Alan, where it's kind of both, I feel. Really, it all depends, I guess, on my mailman. Of course, I've been ordering stuff from Amazon for something that's coming. Oh, yay. It just reopened up to where it was, which either is a very good or a very bad thing. Oh, nope, there are the new comments. I'm in Tennessee, so it would have been Eastern time. Any opinion on Secret Wars issue 9? Did not read it yet. That made no sense. Was it pointless, Tevye? And he said yes. All right. However, as much as I didn't read the whole issue yet, I was watching Pete's Basement on Periscope last night, and they were discussing. Why'd you go blurry? Don't go blurry on me. Don't make me have to clean you. I was watching Pete's Basement last night, and I'm kind of between Pete and what Ramon was saying. We'll talk about that in a moment. Then everything's right with you. Yes and no. Then everything's right with the universe. I think it was an okay, from what I heard, it was an okay ending. It was Mr. Fantastic 3. He was, well, I don't want to spoil anything either, because I don't know if you guys read it. Obviously, Tevye, you read it, but JR, if you were asking if it was bad, I don't know if you're reading it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, and I would like to save it for my review. I'll just say for right now, when it comes to Secret Wars issue 9, it was an average read. It was very delayed. Would I have liked it more, maybe, if it was on time? Possibly. Would I have hated it more if it was on time? Possibly. I don't know. I still have to read it. Hopefully, this Wednesday's books will get here tomorrow, because they did not show up with today's books, which were 2 weeks ago's books. I was supposed to be getting a package also from Amazon today, which I'm doing for mail time next week. It didn't arrive. And it's officially 9 o'clock now. All trucks are in. So obviously that's coming tomorrow as well. So we can hope. That's all I can say when it comes to UPS and the mail. We could only hope. Any opinion on the AVGN in the Turtle comics? AVGN. You're going to have to pardon my stupidity for the moment, but you're going to have to stretch that out, what AVGN is, because AVGM, when I think of that, I think of Angry Video Game Nerd. Just saying. I mean, I've watched a lot of his videos. I'm still new to comics. I started with Godzilla comics. Yeah, I saw Alan. That's what I wanted to remember. I knew if I got Yanni, I mentioned it. I found your YouTube channel, and I know you did a review on Tremors, which is awesome because I did during Halloween Havoc this year. I did a review on Tremors as well. That was really cool. I don't know why you stopped making videos. If you really get into comic books, I would definitely say, even if you don't want to do a review, you don't have to. I would say do a whole video or something. I enjoyed your Tremors review. That was really interesting. Definitely something to check out if you guys have Alan in the comments right now and you'd like to go check it out. He did a Tremors review a while back. What's up, bro? And that's Nerdy Vision. I hope I'm saying it right. Nerdy Vision. What up? Now wait, I went and lost myself. Mostly because I'm good and a good ending for Fantastic Four. I won't spoil what happened. I know that part. I'm aware of that. What happened to Reed and the rest of the FF. Okay, good. Oh, it is Angry Video Game Nerd. About the Turtles? Then wait a minute. My opinion on about what with the Angry? He was in the comic, or his opinion on the comics? I'm confused. You confuzzled me a little bit there, Alan. The Batman TMNT comic is still very good. That's good. I'm hoping to get to read that this week. Anyway, he said hi to everybody. I did do a review of Ultimates 2. I couldn't get into Ultimates. Really. Ultimates, Illuminati, Vision, Scarlet Witch. I tried them. Uncanny X-Men. I tried. I probably will just give a briefie. Not my cup of tea again. I'm with everything late. I don't know. Those were some books I just could not get into. Uncanny. I mean, Greg Land's artwork doesn't bother me so much, but at the same time, the story, the group together, it didn't do anything for me. Uncanny X-Men. In the end of the day, I was like, maybe I'll stick around because I did hear about some solicit possibilities for March, so I might hold off a little bit longer just to see where it's going. But I don't know. I wasn't really digging Uncanny X-Men. I will say that. All right, I think I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go into the live haul. So if you guys are ready for that. Also, I do have a question for all of you that are here now. Debbie says, hi, Jeremy. Yes, him and Mike was in the comic. Holy crap. What page were they on in what issue? And I really, after this, I'm not going to, because I have all my comics put in the box right now, but I will check that out. Let me know, Alan, what page and what comic. That's awesome. I got to check that out. Not the new Ultimates. Oh, the old Ultimates by Mark Miller. Those were good. That's what I reviewed. Oh, okay. I thought you meant the Ultimates that's going on now, Tevya, as opposed to the Ultimates back then. The Ultimates back then, I've loved those books. I even have the animated movies based off of, I believe, the first 3 story arcs. I don't know, but I really enjoyed the Ultimates in the Ultimate Universe. They were awesome. And that completely threw me off of what I was saying. So I'm going to do the live haul here. Oh, what I was wondering from you guys is I did a new video last night, and I posted it today at 12 o'clock. It's called Gaming something. I can't even remember. I'm smart. I make the videos, and I completely forget the series I call them. Nobody can tell me in the comments. I got it right here. Gaming Talk. I thought I said Gamer Talk, but Gaming Talk. And the first thing I talked about was the Half-Life franchise. Now, I know a few of you guys don't do gaming. You're not into gaming. But for those of you that are into gaming, I'm thinking of doing this is not the gaming series I had in mind. I do have another gaming series, which is still in the making, still in the works right now. But there's another series I started last night because everybody's talking about Half-Life 3. As a matter of fact, a few days ago, there was another article put up that Half-Life 3 was confirmed. I don't understand how when the writer's not, working for Valve anymore unless Valve has taken it under their own wing and decided to go along with it. But anyway, I was wondering if you guys would like more of that, because I do have a lot of full game series, and Michael has a lot he can say about Mario. If you'd like to hear us discuss franchises, video games in particular, I was just wondering if you guys would enjoy some of that. So every now and again, I'll throw it in. I'm trying to do a video a day from now on. at least trying. I know there'll be days where I won't be able to do a video, and there are always at least 2 videos, except for this week, that are definite, which is the haul and the comic review. So really, it's filling in Monday through Friday. It's filling in the other 3 days worth of videos, and Dark Avenger Lives every Friday. So it's really 2 days. So then I throw stuff on the weekend as well. But I was wondering if you guys would enjoy some gaming talk every now and again, where I would talk about a specific game or a franchise. And if you would, that'd be great. Tevia, before you ask, because I know you mentioned Metal Gear Solid, this would be something I would do literally at 5 in the morning like I did last night, where I would just myself alone discuss a video game. Even Michael was like, it's too late, I'm just going to record you. And I was like, okay. So this is more of a solo series discussion. Lots of new comics from Marvel, and DC needs some new talent. I agree. I mean, some really good talent helps some of these ongoing series. That, or maybe they're heading for another reboot. Okay, now Alan, you told me the comic. Mike said at my Titan, I appeared with Cinemassacre in the latest. Oh, Batman's TMNT comic. So that's the second one. So when I get it, I'll be able to say, okay. Thank you, Tevia. You corrected me. And you said go for it. Alan, you said go for it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Metroid series. As a matter of fact, during the 25 days of Brooklyn Boys Game Miss, not this past Christmas, the Christmas before that, 2014, Ellie had gotten the collection that was on the Nintendo Wii of all the Metroid games up until that were all on the like GameCube and stuff. I don't know if the original Metroid was on there, but we have the original Metroid anyway. I have to play some of the games still, but I'm sure I could do. I have to play it. See, that's why even Tevye was saying about Metal Gear Solid to do a retro. I need to play more Metal Gear Solid 5. I've never played Peace Walker either, so I want to be able to come into it. Last night when I was talking about Half-Life, I played all the console games. Granted, I missed 2 of the computer games, which was Blue Shift, and I still don't know what the other game was with the soldier. I hadn't played any of the computer games, though, but the main focal point was Gordon Freeman, so I at least have played the main story when it came to Half-Life. With Metroid, I'm missing a few games that I would need to catch up on before I could do it. Metal Gear Solid 5, I need to do that, and I'd like to at least get some visual walkthroughs maybe on Peace Walker to get an idea of what the game was about. I mean, I did watch a lot of people do like a timeline of Metal Gear because it went from Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, and then after Metal Gear Solid 2, it went back in time, and there was Big Boss, and then it went back to the future where Snake is an old man. Then they went all the way back again to with Big Boss, and now Metal Gear Solid 5 ends with Snake, who is Big Boss, becoming Big Boss, and that basically bridges the gap between the last Metal Gear Solid game and the very first Metal Gear game ever released in anywhere on Nintendo. So I mean, I'm if you guys want it, I don't mind that. Any opinion on Dread 2? Dread, no, I have no opinion on no, not Dread anyway. But I'm glad that people want a sequel at least. Half-Life 3 will break space and time itself. Just you wait. Then Mickey Mouse will become the president and give us universal health care. I'll be honest with you, Jeremy. At this point, I have no idea. But I'll be honest with you. I would love to. That's the only game Valve never finished. I would want nothing more than to see a conclusion to Half-Life 3. And everybody who's ever talked about Half-Life say that that's where, a new benchmark was made for first-person shooters. And not once, but twice, because Half-Life 2 did the same thing. So I'm hoping if Valve does it, number one, obviously, they do it right. They give a good story. They don't rush it. They don't do it just to conclude it, we're just going to throw this out. I want a Portal 2 like game. And number 2 is they don't wait forever. It's already been 10 years almost. We're at 9 years right now. It's going to take a year to develop still. So 2017 will be officially 10 years since the Orange Box. 2005 is when the original game came out, but they added more episodes in 2007. So technically there was an upgrade in chapters. So there was more in 27. So I'm counting 2007 as another game. So it's going to be 10 years next year. I want it, or I want them to officially announce it's done. We're not doing Half-Life anymore. If we're going to do it, we're going to reboot it. We're going to rename it also, and we're going to go a different direction. Or they're not. Maybe they won't at all. They own Steam. Valve doesn't have to do jack squat anymore, unfortunately, because they did really good games. I couldn't even get Batman TMNT 2. Also, that really nerdy vision. I would say go now. See, as much as I'm not for the site or the I'm not happy with the way things are being done ship wise lately. Midtown Comics had it this morning. At least I saw it. If you want to go on midtown.com, you can order it. It's 15% off, and then obviously you have to pay shipping, so that 15% kind of gets negated, and you add a little bit more for the shipping, but you can get it on midtown.com. Hastings might have it as well. I know, Alan, you told me you get all your comics at Hastings. Funny story, when I started on Amazon and I used to buy from side stores when it came to the toys, I always went for Hastings first, and if it wasn't there, then I went somewhere else. I love to hear your thoughts on Metal Gear Solid series. It's going to take a while, Tevia. I really should do another view since Tremors 5. Yeah, I saw Tremors 5 on Netflix, and I didn't get to finish it, but I know that I think they said Kevin Bacon was coming back, no, Kevin Bacon was going to be if they did a TV series, if I'm not mistaken, if they went back or something like that. I don't know, but I saw that Tremors 5 was on Netflix. I actually put it in my watch list. I haven't watched it yet, but it's kind of funny because I have the Tremors 4 movie pack, so it has all 4 movies on 2 discs. It's front and back. Those horrible DVDs they made for like a year and then realized it was a bad idea. So I would love to get to watch Tremors 5 at some point. I only watched Tremors 1 and a bit of 2, and then I obviously saw the last one because it was on Sci-Fi for a while, and that's where SmackDown was at that time, I think. I was watching something, and it was after it, so I just watched the whole movie. It was interesting. Half-Life 1, Counter-Strike, I think. Counter-Strike, maybe that was it. I think that might have been it. CS 1.6 forever, brah. What's CS? And I'll tell you what CS is. Because I'm trying to understand what CS is. If you can tell me what CS is, I'll either agree, disagree, or be neutral on it. Metal Gear plot as a whole is complex. Oh, yes, it's very trippy. Metal Gear Solid 1 and then Metal Gear Solid 2 was even trippier because then they actually acknowledged that they were a game, so they were breaking the fourth wall at the same time. It was crazy. Valve needs to learn to count to 3. Well, ironically, JR, they're going to be doing there's rumors that they're doing a Left 4 Dead 3, so they might break it with Left 4 Dead. And you put it on Robin War because I thought I didn't read the final issue yet, so I can't really give it. He wants to reboot it on Sci-Fi TV series. If Kevin Bacon does it, I'll watch it. I'll watch it and I'll definitely review it. Because that Sci-Fi TV series is good. The one with Michael. Wow, his name left me at the exact moment I got it. I know his first name's Michael. That's all I remember at this point, but I liked him, and if they could keep Bert, I'll use his character name. If they could keep Bert in there with Kevin Bacon's character, that'd be awesome. I think it was too early to bring Court of Owls back. Should be more Batman thing than well. Right now, Batman isn't Batman, so. But I hear I wasn't. All right, here's a funny story. I wasn't gonna get issue 48 or 49 physically. I was going to read them digitally. I'm glad I decided to read the description because starting with issue 48, which is I think where I'm going to start reviewing again, this is where Bruce is starting to journey back to remembering he's Batman. So that's going to be interesting. No spoiler. That's what the solicits say. You mean the Tremors, the TV series that ran for 1 season? Sci-Fi canceled it. Sci-Fi cancels everything for no reason. It could be the best show ever, and they'll cancel it. Warehouse 13. Oh, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike. Yeah, I've never played Counter-Strike, so that's I've never played Counter-Strike to know. Can someone please explain to me why the heck DC is putting all their marbles into one movie? Alan, you're a genius. We'll talk about the movie, but then I want to go into the comics. So I'm gonna stop with the comments right here with Tevi as well. Another problem will bring back the Court of Owls in Robin Wars. Made no sense. Okay, I have to read the last issue for that. But we'll go into the Superman v Batman movie first. Okay, well, I unfroze now. We'll go into the Batman v Superman movie, and then we'll go into the haul, and then after that, I'll go back to comments. So, guys, you're welcome to comment your thoughts on Batman v Superman, but I would say wait till after the haul, so this way I don't have to have a river of comments and then the haul, or maybe we'll all talk about Batman v Superman, and then I'll do the haul. That's better. So this way I don't have to worry about a slew of comments. So it was recently announced that they added Bizarro to the movie. Apparently Bizarro is in the movie. The director wanted to add certain things. He wasn't happy with the way the movie was, so he added a final scene, or he added Bizarro into the mix somehow, or Bizarro was in the mix. He just added more to it towards the end of the movie. There's like, I don't know. So in this movie so far, we're going to have Batman, Superman, Doomsday, Wonder Woman, a cameo from Cyborg, a cameo from Aquaman, a cameo from Mira. Lex Luthor's in it. Parademons are possibly in it. We don't know what those things are yet. Do we want to throw in maybe wait, who do we miss? Mr. Mythoflick, Batmite. Let's throw in a Robin or 2 or 3. Put Nightwing in the movie, because Nightwing deserves his own movie, by the way. My good friend Mount Vernon Kid shared with me on Facebook recently a video of a fan-made Nightwing trailer. Like, obviously it's not a movie, but he made a trailer to make it look like there's a movie. I think Nightwing, out of all the Bat family next to Batman, deserves his own movie at some point. Maybe Batgirl as well, but Nightwing first, because Nightwing is a huge fan favorite. Dan Didio, this is the only character Dan Didio could not kill because the fans would riot, I believe. Let's not push Dan Didio too far, everybody. Let's just pretend that the fans stopped Dan Didio from killing Nightwing. So this is the Batman v Superman is DC's way of speed catching up to what Marvel's done, and I think that's ridiculous. Because Marvel's going already into their third Avenger event, or third Avenger movie, which will be Civil War, all of a sudden, not only are we going to be seeing Batman and Superman together in a movie, but now they're throwing all of these other characters into it, all these other Justice League members into it, to push Justice League faster. Now, I remember back in the 1990s, the late 1990s, 1997, there was a script written, no lead up. It was going to be a Justice League movie, period. No lead-ups, no solo movies. It was going to make the movie first, and then solo movies were going to come out of it. And WB went all the way to the production stage, right before they started hiring people, for their roles. And then the movie was scrapped and never talked about again. Fast forward, early 2000s, Batman Begins started. And we got the trilogy of the Batman Begins saga, the whole darker version of Batman. Even though Batman, I like the Michael Keaton Batman. The first 2 were the best. Batman Forever, things got a little weird, and we don't talk about Batman and Robin. As a kid, I enjoyed it. Now as a grown-up, I question my sanity when I was a kid. I question my sanity now, by the way, but at least I question it more so, because I loved the Mario Brothers movie when I was a kid too, and now that I'm older, it's like, Christ, they could have done that movie. That should have been called something completely different. Beside the point. Going back to Batman v Superman, Man of Steel to this day has the biggest, dividing line, where either people loved it and defended it, or hated it and, ripped it apart. And then there's these very few people that say it's a really great sci-fi movie, and Jay as well, but it's not a Superman movie. But we're getting Dawn of Justice, which is not a Superman movie. They've already said Batman v Superman is not a Superman movie. It's not the sequel to Man of Steel. We're getting a sequel to Man of Steel, and it's probably going to involve Bizarro, because apparently Bizarro won't die in this movie. They are overpiling. Now, a movie, let's pretend this isn't Lord of the Rings. A legitimate movie size is anywhere from an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. How are you going to cram all of these characters into an hour and 45-minute movie regardless of a cameo or whatever? What's Aquaman's purpose going to be? Why? Well, Mira could be standing next to him. So what is their purpose in this movie? Why do we need Bizarro in this movie? We've already got Doomsday and Lex Luthor. Now you're adding Bizarro. That's 3 Superman villains, 0 Batman. There's just a teaser of the Joker, you know, in the background, or they showed it during a teaser. No Bat villains. This is not a Superman sequel, by the way. I don't know, but I really can't, you know, they announced Batman v Superman, they announced TMNT 2. And I did not like TMNT 1. I was not a fan of Superman, Man of Steel. As a sci-fi movie I was, but as a Superman movie I wasn't. So here we go. The same year, both movies are coming out. TMNT 2 and Superman v Batman. Oh, Batman v Superman. I'm sorry. Batman apparently gets the Sir title now. It used to be Superman Batman way back when DC made sense. So I watched both trailers, and I expected to not like Turtles, and I expected some hope with Batman v Superman, and I got the exact opposite. The TMNT 2 movie looks like they fixed and did a lot more good. Granted, we're still getting those weird troll-like gigantic turtles, and I'm not a fan of their models at all. But with Batman v Superman, other than that little fight with Batman v Superman, the movie looked off. And to introduce, I don't care what anybody who's involved with the movie says, to introduce Doomsday so early, this is what ruins characters. This is why Marvel really diluted Carnage. Carnage was a very good psychotic supervillain until Marvel used him every single year for the past 7 years. And now we've got Doomsday, the only being in history that was able to kill Superman, being overused. And it's not just in this movie. They did it in the early 2000s as well. Oh God, what was it? Worlds at War, they used him. The very last Action Comics story arc before the reboot was the Doomsday Wars, where apparently they had Doomsday clones, and each one looked like one of the Supermen that came out of the Reign of the Supermen, which was retarded. You had one Steel Doomsday, one Cyborg Doomsday, and thank God they didn't have really a kid Doomsday, like a Superboy Doomsday, but still, you had like 4 different Doomsday. It was crazy. When a company knows that they've got a cash cow, what bugs me is they overuse it just to bring a hype. Seeing Doomsday in this trailer, I was like, wow, I do not know how I feel about this. And if it's just Zod being reanimated, I really don't know how I feel about that then. Again, this is another movie where it's like, whereas TMNT 2, it looks really great, and I have high hopes for it. Batman v Superman, it's one of those movies where I've got to see it before I could judge it, because Jesse Eisenberg, man. Jesse Eisenberg, regardless of if he's legitimately Lex Luthor or his son or his godson or his bastard son twice removed by his aunt who he had weird relations with, Jesse Eisenberg. No. I don't know. So for me, Batman v Superman is definitely a movie that I'm not running to the movie theaters to see. It's definitely not one of my top movies for 2016. Now let's see what you guys say. Alan, cocaine is one hell of a drug. That's why it's so cram-packed. I'm not doing StarCraft, Tevi. I don't play StarCraft. Any opinion on Killing Joke, the animated movie? No, because I haven't seen it yet, but I will. The movie sounds like it's a complete cluster F. It is going to be a cluster F. Is this the intro to Justice League? Teen Titans? No, this is just the intro to Justice League, believe it or not. I'm scared if they ever do a Teen Titan movie in this dark universe. Here's a question. When did DC stop making Superman symbol of peace, justice, faith, and started making him into... It's the movies. They want to be edgy and dark, JR. That's just it, and that's what sucks. I find it bad that it took them this long to catch up to the Marvel Avengers, and they're about to go Avengers 3 and halfway through their Phase 3. I know. Marvel took it step by step. DC's already fallen behind. Why they're jumping the gun so that they can catch up tomorrow is beyond my understanding. Take it slow. So there'll be Avengers 8 while you're at Justice League 2. At least you're giving us something good instead of throwing us into this dark. See, DC had the same problem with their comics. They're throwing us into a dark universe. DC used to be the light universe. And I know Jay said that on Frontline Live. They used to be the universe of light. Marvel was the darker, more realistic universe. DC was the fantasy, bright, where heroes were heroes in this universe. Now they're darker than DC, for God's sakes. Okay, let's say they're even with Marvel. Let's be safe. They're even with Marvel. They haven't been trying to kill Dick since early 2000s. Pass me my coffee since you're here. And I know he has. Actually, it's Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity Wars part. No, isn't there gonna be an Avengers: Civil War first, and then they're going into the Infinity Wars? I thought Avengers had a Civil War movie. I thought that was gonna be the third one, and then 4 and 5 were gonna be Infinity Gauntlet. Godzilla fan, we don't talk about Godzilla. No, we do not. We never acknowledge the fact that America tried to make their own Godzilla movie and failed so epically. I'll be honest with you, though. As a kid, I thought it was cool, but it was... You know what? Godzilla in 1998 is like Man of Steel. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Godzilla 98 is basically... They tried something new with Godzilla, and the movie was not... It felt great as a monster movie, but it was not a Godzilla movie. By the way, Alan, I saw the pictures you had of Godzilla in Hell. That was a freaking awesome series. I would recommend going back and seeing Rulers of Earth. That was another really good Godzilla comic. And before that, what was that other Godzilla comic I was reading? If you go back in the indie reviews about a year ago, I was reading several Godzilla comics from IDW.
No, it was just Godzilla Ruler.
Maybe it was 2 years ago then, 2 years prior.
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't remember the book name.
I think Man of Steel is 50-50 movie. Everybody does. In fact, Batman v Superman should be called DC Universe the movie. Exactly. I'm down for that idea. The movie sounds like a pilot. Why not 3 hours? Why not 3 hours? Because if a movie's 3 hours, I don't know. Debbie, that's simply because DC movies suck compared to the Marvel movies, yet DC is doing better on TV. Yes, DC does do a lot better on TV. Then Tevye said TMNT 2 is going to suck. And then Alan responded right back, Tevye, watch your mouth, lol. We getting Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang and Baxter Stockman. See now, okay, TMNT.
Krang?
Yes, TMNT 2. There's 4 villains: Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, and Baxter Stockman. Now, Baxter Stockman is not going right in. Baxter Stockman was always that weird scientist guy. So he doesn't fall as an arch rival to the Turtles. He worked for Shredder, who's also in the movie, and Shredder worked with Krang, or against Krang. So there's your against. And Bebop and Rocksteady work for Shredder. So this is a situation where you've got a lot of super, like, villains, or a lot of turtle. They're villains. Let's call them villains. We have a lot of villains in the movie, but they all work together. Doomsday was created possibly by Lex Luthor, and maybe Bizarro as well, but Bizarro is going to go up on his own. Doomsday is not going to be controllable, and Jesse Eisenberg. But in this case, Bebop and Rocksteady are obviously working for Shredder, and he enlisted Baxter Stockman to create the serum or the mutagen that turns them into the Rhino and the pig. So the only thing then is Krang. Is he going to be teaming with Shredder, or is Krang going to be a pain in the ass to both the Turtles and Shredder? Because in the comics, that's what they did. In the comics, Shredder and Krang do not work together at all. As a matter of fact, they're enemies, and the Turtles are enemies with Shredder, and the Turtles are enemies with Krang. Shredder's dead now. Krang is still somewhere out there. Well, he's in suspended animation, but he can always come back. So it's going to be interesting to see that movie. Just because we have Bebop and Rocksteady doesn't mean it's going to be good. Yes, it does, because they look like their counterparts in the cartoon. The movie looks a lot better. I don't like Michael Bay. I would never back Michael Bay up, and I hate Megan Fox. She plays Megan Fox in all of her roles. But this movie, I have to give props, looks better. Hi, Chris. Hi, Frank. Frank's here. Unlike Marvel, Warner Brothers and DC don't see eye to eye with everything. I mean, look at The Flash and Arrow both, and then Gotham, which I believe Warner Brothers' fault. It's not with the CW. I agree. Justice League Animated Series Doomsday was in that series. He was also in Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. Superman, Batman, Apocalypse is based off a comic book, which again overused Doomsday. Every time they can't figure out who to put against Superman, they make Doomsday clones, or they find a way to bring Doomsday back. After the 4th installment of Superman fighting Doomsday, that should have been the end. But of course, during World at War, that's how they brought him back, and well, then they cloned him. Remember, Doomsday is created by Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, no, agreed. Where's Mike? He's right here. Where wasn't Doomsday also cloned by Darkseid? That was the Apocalypse thing you were just talking about. Tevia, just pretend Megan Fox has no friends, and she's not April O'Neil. She's just stalking the Turtles because she has nothing better to do. I agree. DC or Marvel? At this point, neither. Here's another question. Why is Marvel Comics making the Inhumans more popular right now? Because the Inhumans are going to be coming out with their own Marvel Universe movie, and the X-Men are owned by Fox, so they're taking over the X-Men spot. Batman was dark, but at least that made sense. Could I have my phone? I forgot to mute it. Captain America is Civil War. Okay. Mike comes in and knocks my camera.
Yeah, I have no room.
Sorry about that, guys.
You gave me a little space. I have no room.
Okay, I'll check my comment in a moment. Where is Jeremy? Jeremy, I think, is busy tonight, or he will be in the comments at some point. Frank, Marvel's darker, way darker now than DC. DC is still dark. Okay, so Marvel got darker too. Any opinions on Civil War 2? I don't want it to happen, but it probably will. I have most of them. Rulers of Earth. Okay, awesome, Alan. So you already know. Okay, I'm catching up with. Oh, good. I'm almost at the bottom. Wow, I just pulled up a bunch more. And plus, we're going to have to suffer with this horrible event. Why are we getting another event? Why? Because it's Marvel. You know what else we don't talk about? The 92 Captain America movie or the 94, 95 Justice League International movie. Oh, you mean the TV series, JR? There was a TV Justice League series. And the Captain America movies, like the standalone 2 movies that were done, I own that DVD. I actually won it in a contest on YouTube from Doc and Howlett, and I really like. I growing up as a kid, I enjoyed those movies, but nowadays, I mean, as adults, we would look at it and like, eh. Last week's show was hilarious. Thank you, Frank. Now, where are we going? We're going there. Money, Tevia. Events make money. That's true. Any opinion on Mary Jane? She's not going to be a main player. And again, Tevia, we're getting back to the thing that I don't want to talk about, which I know a million people want me to write that story, but I'm not. Last week's show was hilarious. Oh, I did that. The beta for Division is out. I know, but the Division's coming out in March. I'm just going to get the full game. I actually went through games today. This month, Life is Strange is the only game that comes out for us. Next month is Street Fighter and Mega Man. The following month is The Division. I think after that it's one game per month. No, the following month's The Division. And when is Star Fox? March?
April.
Okay, Star Fox is April. And I think there was something in May. I don't know yet. But now we got the books. We're going into the haul. So because we left Batman v Superman a while ago. I mean, we went into comic books now. So we're going into, this is from 2 weeks ago. Blame USPS, blame Midtown, blame both. Like Alan said, I don't know. But
so the other books didn't come?
No, they didn't. Hopefully they'll come tomorrow. Nothing came from Amazon either. So 2 freebies at your local comic shop 2 weeks ago now. Not this Wednesday, last Wednesday. The Marvel hip-hop covers. If, let's say, you, like me, did not buy all the hip-hop covers, you get a free book that actually shows you all of the hip-hop covers, and you can have them on paper. I'll just probably hold on to this somewhere. I will say this, though. For real, this is going to be the artwork for Iron Fist and Power Man. Look at Power Man's face. What the hell happened to Power Man's face? I'm sorry, but no.
Power Man.
I don't think we're going to be getting that series even digitally. I don't know why, but I've been grabbing this, and it's the last issue anyway. New Gen, New Dawn. It's a free comic that's been coming out of what do you call it? I think it's Marvel. Yeah, it's been coming out of Marvel, so I figured why not. I think this is based off of something that's going to be coming out. But anyway, the artwork in the book's good. It's free, so it's always something to pick up. Now, we've got Invincible Iron Man issue 5, which I read digitally 2 weeks ago, but still. Got Robin Hood issue 18. Only 2 more issues to go with Robin Hood. You've been enjoying it, though. I like this cover. Got Green Lantern 48. Green Arrow, the book Michael loved with the werewolf. Yes, we read some of these digitally, and Green Arrow 48 is one of them. So we got Green Arrow 48. And the review will probably most likely, God willing, be tonight. Literally, we'll do the live show, take a break. I'll make sure I remember everything that's happened in these books. And obviously, I'm not going to be doing Amazing Spider-Man, Iron Man, or Spidey 2099 because I did those 2 weeks ago. But you got Darth Vader issue number 15, which is the grand finale of Vader Down. I really like the Luke Skywalker cover. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 6, which I've already reviewed. It was an issue. I already also did I review it? No, I did this on front. We talked about this on Frontline. A-Force. I got the hip hop cover for A-Force, as a matter of fact. A-Force number 1. Really enjoyed that. Action Comics 48, continuing from Savage Dawn. This is the story arc that's going to lead into Superman getting his powers back. Got TMNT Colored Classics Volume 3, Issue 13. I believe there's only 1 more issue. 11. No, 2 more issues of City at War. And this is back in the 1980s. They're colorizing all the original comics. Really like that. Got Exo-Man of War, issue number 43. I believe this is a variant cover, if I'm not mistaken. Where it is. It's where all the events that have happened. Mm-hmm. Star Wars issue number 14, which is the issue that takes place right before Darth Vader 15. Yes, we got Spidey Deadpool issue number 1 because
it was a fun read.
It was a good read. Yes, it was. So, and then finally, again, I've already reviewed this, so this is just going right into the box. But Spider-Man 2099, I believe this is issue number 5. Yeah, issue number 5. Let's hope Marvel doesn't flub up their comics after this again, but that's already, I think, 3 books that will not be in this review because I've already reviewed them before. I've also reviewed, what was that other book? Anakin and Obi-Wan. But that was going to be digital anyway. I wasn't going to physically get it. So, yeah, that's all the books that we're going to be, minus 3. Those are all the books we're going to be talking about in the next episode. And because it's already Friday, you can bet that it's most likely just going to be a very short recap of all the books because there's no point at this point to really go into it.
I just finished reading all the digital books, and hopefully I remember all.
And we've talked about most of them on Frontline Live, and now I want to get into this week's books, which is like what Tevi was saying in the beginning, Secret Wars 9. You know, we've got
that, for
TMNT Batman.
And then for Frontline, from what I see in the pile, I have to do 2 books, and I don't know. This weekend's going to be one of those hectic weekends. To do.
Okay. I played Turtles in Time today. Such a retro game. A good game. Beat it in under 20 minutes. We usually play that a lot. We might record it for Frontline Gaming Zone. Star Fox better be good. Tevye, you think a lot of things better be good. I'm getting Life is Strange for Xbox One. We're probably going to get it for a PlayStation 4 so far. I don't know yet. I hope you enjoy it because Life is Strange was the best game of 2015 on his list, on Tevye's list. I don't know why it's not a disc, though, because they don't want to make a disc. They're cheap. They want it to be all digital. Oh, it is coming out on disc, Tevye. It is, because they said it was download code. God, that issue sucked of amazing. Okay. Is Halo 5 going to be uploaded soon? Yes. That's because I checked. It's coming out on disc this year. Tevye, are you sure it's coming out on disc this year? Because I don't think Life is Strange is coming out on disc for a while, at least. If it's this year, it's going to be closer to December. I love Star Fox. Who doesn't love Star Fox? So what did you miss so far? We talked about Batman v Superman being a clusterfuck because it's going to have Bizarro in it now, too.
Why are they adding so many characters? This is not going to be a 2 to 2.5 hour movie.
Oh, yes, it is.
How are they gonna? Pull
I don't know, but they're gonna pull it off that way. And then the other thing I talked about was the gaming talk that I did last night. I asked everybody if they'd be interested in seeing more from me, from you, from us, and they said yes. There was a request for Metroid, but I didn't play all the games for Metroid yet.
I haven't either.
So, well, when we get Mega Man Legacies, we'll be able to catch up on all the Mega Man stuff, not the Mega Man X stuff.
Yeah, I've seen Mega Man video game videos, and I wouldn't mind.
If you've never played Star Fox, Frank, go out and you have to have a Wii or a Wii U. Download Star Fox 64.
Or if you would like to play it on the Super Nintendo, that's where it all started from.
If you have a retro console, then yeah, go play it on the Super Nintendo. We got it.
Yeah, we should record that for Frontline Gaming Zone. That I would love to record. But the thing is, for some Super Nintendo games, there aren't save points on some of them.
Yeah, you got to play it straight through. We just have to part it.
That, or it would have to be in a password, but I don't think they give passwords for Star Fox.
It's straight through. It's
time.
a straight journey. It's like Star Fox 64. You do it in one sitting.
There's save points. In the 64, yes, there is.
I don't remember.
I've played it. I should know.
I hope they make Mega Man X the way they're doing Mega Man Legacy, like Mega Man X Legacy is next, maybe towards the end of the year or 2017, because they did do a Legacy collection for the GameCube for both Mega Man and Mega Man X. Maybe if Mega Man sells well, they'll do one for Mega Man X as well. So you never played Fusion or Zero missions?
Zero Fusion missions. For the Metroid?
No, I'm thinking for... No, that's Metroid.
It is.
I think I played Fusion. I don't think I played Zero yet.
I don't know. I just haven't played it.
I'm getting Mega Man Legacy Collection. Any opinion on Metroid Prime series? That's another game I have to play. Oh, you mean the full series? I have to finish it. I don't have Super Nintendo, but I might get it at some point as a down. Well, you could download it.
Oh yeah, there are downloads, I'm sure, on the.
If you're gonna get a retro system, do yourself a favor. $60, which is the price of a game. Get a Super Retro Trio. It allows you to play Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the Super Game Boy. Also works with the Super Retro Trio in theory, but I've tried it. It worked when I tried it that one time. So you'll be able to play Game Boy games on there as well. Do you guys like Donkey Kong Country? That was a good game. Yes, it is a good game. As a matter of fact, we got Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, that too.
Zero Mission is a remake of the original Metroid, but with an added twist. Then I've got to play Zero. I love side-scrollers like Metal Slug. I think that there's an anniversary for the PS2 or PS1. Metal Slug. I think it was PS2. That's why I was happy when Rare Replay happened, because I like Battletoads. So now I have a reason to go back to Battletoads and finish it. Any opinion on doing a top 5 disappointing games of 2015? No, because there was only 2, Tevya. The Order, 1886, and Mario Party 10. Those are the only games that disappointed me this year. What about you?
That's why what we said, Mario Party 10, and I think that was it. And what you said, The Order.
That was all that disappointed me. Or I might get that too. Oh, Chris, I was at Walmart. They had a TIE Fighter toy where you can take the pilot's helmet off. Pretty cool. Oh, you can take the pilot's helmet off on my TIE Fighter as well. I put it up already, but you can take the pilot's helmet off on there too. It is really cool, though. I like Zero Missions. It's such a classic. Yes, Tevia, what do you think about the twist? Oh, that's different. Metal Slug is an awesome series. Love the game. Dassey has a huge rivalry with Donkey Kong, a.k.a. Donkey. Yes, I know that, Frank.
Yeah.
But at the same time, look, when I'm playing a Mario Party game, yes, Donkey Kong is my worst enemy. Same thing with Mario Kart or anything else, which, by the way, there is a Brooklyn Boys tournament, which you falsely messaged that they're not in the race.
No, I told them they were.
Oh, that you sent the wrong email to them then.
No, I sent them.
You should contact. Oh, well, we'll talk later. Anyway, we have a race this weekend.
I said that they were in.
Okay, whatever you say. Did Sonic also come out this year as well? No, I don't think Sonic Boom came out last year, but was it Sonic Boom last year or 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. He didn't like Sonic Boom. I didn't play Sonic Boom.
Now, because I could have sworn I sent them the right one.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the regular Sonic games, I enjoyed a lot of them. Chris, I could tell you the twist at the end of Zero. Yeah, you could tell the twist. It's not a problem. That game's been out for years. Any opinion on Witcher series as a whole? Also, what's your opinion on this year's video game movies? Do you think this is good? Yes, we've talked about this already, Tevia. We talked about this last week, Tevia. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good year for video games. World of Warcraft and Assassin's Creed being two of them. I think World of Warcraft will be fun. And Assassin's Creed, I saw the one that they made that never made it to the movie theaters, and it was really good. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to be doing in the theaters. But anyway, checking again. Metroid on question till they... Wait. Metroid... Let hold on questions till they back life. Why don't you do a playthrough of the hardest game on the N64? We are not doing a playthrough on Superman 64 because that's not the hardest game. That is the dumbest game on the N64.
What?
I love Superman 64. I love Superman, but there is no way Superman 64 they want to walk through. You can't do a walkthrough on that game because it's stupid. It's flying through rings. If you want to see a game where you fly through rings, go look up. There's several games where you just go through rings, and that's the whole thing. Go watch Jet Moto or something. I love Jet Moto for the PlayStation 1, but that had more of a story to it than Superman 64. I'm sorry, no, there's no way we would ever play a Superman. I mean, even AVGN, he only made it to the first level. Nobody's. I mean, I've watched walkthroughs. I have played. I will say this. Hold on. What game I would like to play is the game that followed after the failure that was Superman 64, and that's Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. That game for the PlayStation 2 was so much fun. I would want nothing more than to play that game, and I will if we get the PlayStation 2 Slim for this room, because I want to do Half-Life and I want to do Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. That game was awesome. If you guys haven't played Superman Shadow of Apocalypse, I enjoyed that game when it came out.
Absolutely.
But there is no way we're doing Superman 64. That thing's locked away. Aquaman 64, I don't even own it, and I don't want it. Any opinion on Superman? I'm not answering that, Tevye. You asked that so many times. Mike, you sent me a message on Skype and told me I'm not in the next Mario Kart 8 tournament, and that's from Frank Perna.
That's impossible. I could have... Now they give me trouble with this thing. Oh, that's because I went under the wrong one.
When you beat the mother brain, as you escape, you get shut down, losing everything, and you have no suit. You have to fight through ruins and find Robot Ridley and Space Pirate Mothership. Oh, wow. Cool. I don't really like RPGs like Final Fantasy, but I think the best RPG I've ever played was Star Ocean. I loved Final Fantasy X, Nerdy Vision. I wouldn't go far beyond Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VII, obviously, for the reasons everybody loves Final Fantasy VII, and Legends of Legaia. Those were the games that were the exception to I don't play RPG games. You know what games I really like that we never talked about? We talked about Resident Evil. We never talked about Dino Crisis. You sent the wrong email to everybody, didn't you?
Oh.
I have a feeling that the Mario Kart Wii tournament or the Mario Kart 8 tournament is going to be postponed until the following weekend because now we're going to have to fix this.
No, I'm going to fix all of them. I gotta get the paper and I gotta re-message. Just
go ahead, go do it. Mike's got to re-message now because he made a booby. That's what we call in the tournament. See, this is why I don't do it. Door. I love how Mike walks out and leaves the door wide open. Thank you, Mom. Any opinion on upcoming Final Fantasy 15? Yes, I'm not getting it. I was, but then I decided not to. South Park Stick of Truth was awesome. There's another South Park game coming out that I definitely want to get. I want to get Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD Remake. That was a good game. The Twilight Princess HD Remake will be awesome. Resident Evil 4 is the best Resident Evil game. I would have to respectfully disagree. As much as I loved it, it was the best Resident Evil game after Resident Evil 2. My favorite Resident Evil game is Resident Evil 2, followed by Resident Evil 4, because Resident Evil 4 didn't involve zombies. It was where they introduced Pelagos instead of zombies, which wasn't as scary as zombies. So it was a really great adventure, but I didn't get half as well. Then again, the graphics weren't that good back in those days anyway, so Resident Evil 2 wasn't scary either, but at least there was a scare factor to Resident Evil 2, whereas Resident Evil 4 it was more monsters and Pelagas, so I wasn't as scared, so to speak. And I got stuck. The first time I played through Resident Evil 4, I had gotten stuck fighting the guy with one eye, I forgot his name, the Baron, and I literally pulled something out of I don't know where, and I actually made it, and I beat him, and I had like 1 life left, like a 1% life left. It was crazy. We never talk about CDI. Oh, the CGI. The CDI. Not CDI. Was it something else? Angry Video Game Nerd talked about that. The one with the Zelda. There was a Zelda and there was a Link. We don't talk about that because that game was not good. That's why it was on AVGN. Any opinion on Resident Evil 2 getting remade? I talked about that last week, Tevya. Are you forgetting what I talk about? I want to get the new South Park game as well. That's going to be fun. The Baron. I was right. It was the Baron. Okay. Meep. Meep is not here right now. Meep is sleeping. I have the eye from the latest Kamen Rider. I have the driver right here. I really like this thing. I can't wait to talk about it or do my video on it. It'll probably be next week, though, because this week I think, well, this week's over. And this weekend I'm probably going to be, well, this weekend's Mike's birthday tomorrow. So we're going to be celebrating Saturday, maybe Sunday. I'll see. I have a lot of other videos that are coming up. Yep, going to do a review of Tremors 5 tonight after this. Oh, that's awesome, Alan. Well, I'm subscribed to you now, so I'll definitely see it. If you want to get into some comics, if you want to review some stuff you grab, go for it, man. You know, if you guys haven't already, for those of you that are watching this live right now, Alan's in the comments. Go check out his channel. He has one video on there right now, but obviously there's going to be more soon. So I really enjoyed his Tremors review. Definitely go check out Alan's channel. Subscribe, give him some love. If you're watching this post live, Alan, you're going to have to leave a comment, man. After this goes off live, maybe tomorrow morning when you wake up, just come on this channel and really quickly, not on the channel, come on this video and leave a comment, like a stay comment, and link your channel. Any opinion on Resident Evil CGI movies? Because those movies were far better than the live action movies. I like both. Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles are just cliff notes. Yeah, I like the cliff notes though. That's kind of like Dead Space Extraction. It was really an origin, so to speak, and it's set up for Dead Space 1. That's why I played Dead Space Extraction first, because it was a prequel. Then I did Dead Space 1, then I did Dead Space 2, and I'm now those are both on BBC 13 Gaming. Now for FGZ, I'll be doing Dead Space 3. Hopefully Brant will get it for the PS3 and we'll be able to play together. I'm going to review Superman Last Stand of Krypton. That's great, Tevya. The game I want to play is Xenoblade Chronicles X. You should watch the gameplay. Yeah, I know that game very well, Nerdy. And I'm probably going to be getting the collector's edition. I really want the collector's edition. That's the only reason why we haven't bought it yet, was because I want the collector's edition, and it's, I believe, $40 more. So we have to wait and save up a little more. I know the first Final Fantasy CGI movie tanked badly. Yes, it did, but the music was really nice. I have the music CD. I don't have the movie. I love Dead Space Extraction, and I like Dead Space 1 and 2. 3 is where it went all downhill. I have Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2, I think, was the best, though, and I'll explain why. Dead Space 1, Isaac Clarke was the silent protagonist. Dead Space 2, Isaac Clarke got a voice. Not only that, but I'll never forget when you saw the Ishimura again, it's like, holy crap, it's the Ishimura. Please, God, tell me we're not going back to the Ishimura. And what happens? We not only go back to the Ishimura, but we spend two chapters on the Ishimura before we finally get off the Ishimura again. and move on into the play. I'd love to play Dead Space 2 again. I'd love to have an excuse. Maybe I'll do it for FGZ or something. I don't know. Maybe different commentary. But I love playing. If you guys want to go check it out on BBC 13 Gaming, I played the entirety of Dead Space 2. It was so much fun. I don't mind playing that game over and over and over again. That was one of my favorite. Trust me, you'll be the first to see it. I will link it to you through Twitter. Okay, so if you want to find Alan's latest video and you're watching this post live, go on my Twitter, and Alan's going to tweet it at me, so you'll find it on my Twitter, which I am more active on now, by the way, guys. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter and you have a Twitter, definitely do. What's the matter?
No.
He's redoing.
No, I'm not redoing.
12 emails.
I'm aggravated.
Oh, people are saying, "Oh, I thought I was in."
I'm fixing it. Go continue. I'm fixing it.
What is it with me spelling words wrong? It's autocorrect. That's probably why. It was freaky. Yeah, Dead Space 2 was very freaky as well, especially that eye scene where you had to stick that needle right into his eye, and it was graphic. And then in Dead Space 1, there was the Regenerator, and he was a pain in the ass to kill. You kill him twice. The second time is the last time. But then in Dead Space 2, you have another Regenerator, but you never kill him. You just escape him. And that was annoying. That was more annoying, honestly. I hated the Regenerators. I hope I don't see them in Dead Space 3. Somebody tell me if you played it. I wish Dead Island could have been better. Zombie survival. Dead Island is actually coming out at the end of the year. Again, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was telling JR.
Oh.
Dead Island is coming out at the end of the year. It's going to be more open world, and it takes place in Hollywood. So apparently they're leaving the island and they're going to Hollywood. But the execution and quest for the game was just bad story. Meh. I'll tell you the truth, Jeremy, because the other Jeremy's not here. The reason it was meh is because you had to play with friends. I remember when I first got the game and I played alone, I was bored out of my mind. And then some of my friends joined me on the game, and it got really fun. It's fun when you play with friends. This is one of those games where if you don't have friends in there to mess around with or to do quests with, it gets boring fast. Super fast. Like, oh my God, I don't believe how I just don't want to do this alone, kind of boring. I made it to like the third post, you know, where humans survived, and I stopped playing because I wasn't having fun. I wanted to play with my friends, and my friends stopped playing Dead Island because it came out at the same time as a few other games that everybody wanted to play on multiplayer, so I was playing by myself, and then it died. The want to play died. Be right back, need food. All right, Alan, hopefully we'll still be here. We are going to be sharply ending this at 10:30 because I have a lot to do tonight, guys. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't going to cancel Dark Avenger Live, that's for damn sure. But the next 1, 2, 3s are going to be coming up, one for NXT and one for Raw. And then also Mike has books to read. I have to finish reading.
Well, actually, no, I have one more book to read for Frontline. The other books I need to read for the review is Robin Hood and the Van Helsing. Probably I'll put next week because there are just so many books I read this week.
Okay.
It's too much.
That's fine.
And I'm so tired.
The point is we have books still to read. We have a few other. By the way, for those of you who have Minecraft on PC, I want to throw this out there. Cindy actually opened up a server. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna shamefully admit that I spent a nice chunk of 2 days ago because I had a video recorded for 2 days ago already. I spent a nice chunk of 2 days ago just what's the word I'm looking for? You know, I hadn't played Minecraft in about a year, so I reintroduced myself to Minecraft and ended up spending like almost an entire day just building a house, looking for mine shafts, you know, making a farm, doing all the things you do on Minecraft. But again, I feel like Minecraft by yourself gets boring really fast. You need friends, and you know, with friends you can go on quests, you know, that you make up in your own world, but you can build things, you can have a community. That's why Minecraft really is one of the funner games with people. That's like Dead Island. You need people in order to enjoy it. So right now, I'm looking to build the world first, and then hopefully we can have up to 12 people on the server at once. So I'm hoping to get a couple of people to pop on with us, and maybe I found out there's a way to connect my computer to the TV, so I might actually find a way to record some Minecrafting for Frontline Gaming Zone.
I can't believe I did that.
I saw something about Deus Ex. Hold on. I think I went too far now. I'm going to have to go all the way down. Here we go. No opinion on Deus Ex right now. Tevye, got to wait for the game. With Dead Rising 3 was not Xbox exclusive, just SF5. A lot of people missed out on playing them dumb Capcom. Yeah, Capcom really. Capcom drops the ball on a lot of things, and then they make super definitive editions. I'm also going to be doing playthroughs of Uncharted games. That's awesome. Alan says, yeah, let not talk about Raw or SmackDown for those who watched Chris's podcast. The writers did the most fuck thing ever, and I agree. Hey, Alan, do you watch Botchamania? I watch Botchamania. I love that. It's hilarious. I watch it at least. I'm not subscribed. I was, and then my subscription got screwed up, but I do check out Botchamania every week. Do you guys have Minecraft for PS4 or Xbox One or any console at all? At this time, no. In 6 months, I'm hoping to have one for both consoles, one for the PlayStation 4 and one for the Xbox One, because I have different friends on both consoles. So I'm hoping to have one for each, because it's $20, $40 you get for both systems. Yes, sometime it cracks me up. Speaking of Minecraft, any opinion on Telltale game? I didn't play it, so I can't tell you. I want to get Dead Rising 3. That point, Tevye, Dead Rising 3 should have been I agree, Dead Rising 3 should have been a multi-platform game. I also going to do some playthroughs on Batman Arkham Knight, New Game Plus. I'm hoping, Chris, you can check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out when you do them. I won't be doing game walkthroughs on this channel, or I should say playthroughs, because I'm not a completionist. I'm not going to be looking for all the achievements or anything. Playthroughs are all going to be on Frontline Gaming Zone, but topic videos like what I did, Gaming Talk. There's one other gaming series I'm working on right now that I've been working on for a while. I don't want to spoil that. That will be something I'm working on that will be coming out maybe in February, once we get things, once newer games start coming out, because I feel like if I do anything now, it's kind of like I could do older games for it later, obviously, but I want to try to find a new game to do it with first. But anyway, another thing I wanted to mention, because I don't know if you guys know this, on Tuesdays we have Frontline Live, and that's usually, I start setting up around 9:30. On Frontline, an hour before, around 8:30, 9 o'clock, well, no, 8:30, the latest, I and Mike, sometimes if Mike's video, mostly I, and then if he's around, he'll do it with me. I do a pre-show, a pre-live show. So if you guys would like to come on at 8:30 and chill with Mike and I for like the first, for like a half hour before I set up for Frontline Live. This past Tuesday, I was on from 8:30 to 9:20.
We were on.
We were on, yeah.
Oh, you said you.
Oh, sorry. We were on from 8:30 to about 9:20. And then I closed out because we were super late. We should have ended literally at 9:10, 9:15, but we went an extra 10 minutes. Usually it's like a pre-show. It's to set up the Frontline Live, but we also do exactly what we're doing here, where we look at you guys' comments and we talk back and forth with you guys. So if you'd like a little bit of a pre-Frontline Live as well as a pre-Dark Avenger Live, because it's the beginning of the week, and Dark Avenger Live is so many days away, and Frontline Live, obviously I don't deal with the comments on Frontline Live. That's Jay. If you would like to, pop on Frontline Live's pre-show, it's very much like like this show that you're watching now. So if you enjoy it and you're available an hour before Frontline Live, pop on. I try to do it every Tuesday. This is one of the live shows that if I have the time, I'll do it. If I don't, I won't. So if I have the time, I will be doing it. I will get Minecraft for both Xbox One and PS4 as well. I also want to get Minecraft Story Mode. Chris and Mike, have you played Fables for Xbox? If so, what are your thoughts on the series? I played Fable 1, and I loved it. one sad thing was after you beat the game, though, the place where you train or where you grow up is destroyed, so you can never go back in there again. I'm sure you could, mod your way back in there, but it's messed up because it's like it made me not want to beat the game, if that makes any sense, because I didn't want to lose that area, but I ended up beating the game. And I went around with the stupidest nickname throughout the whole game, Chicken Chaser, and I didn't even know you could talk to somebody that's right outside the castle and change your name.
Wow.
If I would have known that, I would have done that long ago. I would have done that at the beginning of the game. I never played Fable 2. I didn't play the newer Fable either. I heard positives and negatives for both games, so I think we own Fable 2. I just haven't played it. The newer Fable game I don't own.
The new one out.
I have Minecraft on PlayStation 3, but not as fun as PC version. Same goes with Counter-Strike 2. I might get Mass Effect at some point, but right now I don't own Mass Effect at all. I have because of my opinion, yeah. Have you ever played BioShock Infinite? Yes. After events in the spring and when we have extra money, I would love to get the BioShock collection, the first 2 games in that collection, the 2 discs in one. And maybe do a walkthrough of those. But I love BioShock Infinite. I might go back and play that at some point for Frontline Gaming Zone. I like BioShock Infinite. I played most of it off camera. I did start it on camera. I don't know if it was for FGZ or for Brooklyn Boys. Do you remember BioShock Infinite?
BioShock. No, wait. Did we do one part of it?
I don't remember exactly. I know we got the game. I know I finished it. I just didn't finish it on camera.
No, I don't think you did on camera. Not that I remember.
I have Fables 2, but never finished it because someone stole my Xbox 360. Oh, that sucks. I love Infinite. Infinite was a good game. Have you played Tomba for the PlayStation 1?
Oh,
Such a hard.
I have Tomba.
Have you completed it
game.
100%?
No, but I was wondering what that game was called. Tomba.
Just like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it's the little boy with the purple hair.
Oh,
Remember the
yeah,
pigs?
yeah.
And they gotta do that thing with the thing and then throw.
We should see if we could find that.
That's the game, Tomba.
And we could play it on the PlayStation 2.
I was wondering for like a month or two because I was talking to my friend about
I'm going to
it.
actually make...
I couldn't remember.
Was it Nerdy Vision that said it? Yeah, Nerdy Vision, you are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Props to Nerdy Vision right now. I'm gonna actually write it in a. I'm gonna actually put it on Amazon. You rock right now because that was a game I didn't even remember, and Mike just remembered it. But I didn't even think when we were looking into retro games to grab
one
that.
of my friends this week about this game with the little guy with the purple hair, and I know it began with the letter T. I thought it was 2 something. But it was, yep, that's the one.
Yeah, and if you want Tomba, it is almost $98.
What?
Tomba 2 is $54.99.
Well, Tomba 2 was, but Tomba, really? The first one, really?
Oh, dude, remember Jersey Devil?
Oh, yes.
That's $28.
Really? That game was not that bad. I like Jersey Devil.
I like the one with the skeleton who was a knight. Do you remember that one?
That was Jersey Devil, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Jersey Devil.
The skeleton with a knight.
He was a knight, a skeleton knight.
Oh, you mean the medieval times thing?
Yeah, medieval.
I think it was called Medieval.
Oh, was it called Medieval?
Medieval, I think it was called. Yeah, the one with the sword and all that.
Did you guys get Assassin's Creed Syndicate yet? No. Yeah, I would watch you play that. Okay, so Mike, after we get through an event, maybe I'll look it up on eBay. Maybe I can find it cheaper. That's Amazon and it's brand new. Maybe we can find a used version on eBay.
Let's get over the event.
Oh yeah, unless we find it for like $10.
All right,
that's different.
Well, Fighting Force, we found for.
We found Fighting Force. Oh, I wonder if it's on the PlayStation Store.
Ah, Eureka! But that way, isn't that
we're gonna be doing?
Oh yeah, it is PlayStation 1 too. Never mind.
Yeah, we could play it
I
on
forgot.
the PS4.
I forgot.
All right, or we can play it on the PS3. It depends, whichever system
I
has
thought
it.
it was only PS2 game. I'm like saying, wait a minute, Fighting Force was PS1. Don't get Fighting Force 2. That one sucked.
We got Fighting Force. I know it sucked. We love Fighting Force 1. We'll do a walkthrough
In
of
my
that
opinion,
too.
I didn't like it. If you guys liked it, that's fine. But me, I just...
Crash and Spyro need to make a comeback. Crash Bandicoot, absolutely. Spyro, I don't think they'll do because Skylanders is super popular, and that's, it catalyst off
There
of
was
Spyro.
rumor, actually, that Crash was supposed to make a comeback in PlayStation 4.
We'll see.
He was
I would
supposed
love
to.
to. I would love a Crash Bandicoot collection and then a Crash Bandicoot.
You know how many games there... Well, I know one friend that's a big Crash fan that you could ask. He did all the Crash. Minds Over Mutants, Twin City, Clash of the Titan.
There is still Ratchet and Clank, and I actually have an older game. Fighting Force 2 did suck. That was from Frank.
It did.
Gee, what other PlayStation games do you remember? I remember the first Spider-Man games with the voice from the animated series. Remember?
Yeah, but no, we have that one.
We have those. I'm talking about ones we have too.
Yeah, we have that.
Tomba, Spyro, Medieval.
Well, Tekken games were good.
Tekken. Oh my God, the first Tekken and the second Tekken, they broke the mold away from Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat finally. I'm trying to think. Legends of Legaia was PlayStation. Final Fantasy was PlayStation all the way up to a point. I think up to 9. Final Fantasy 9 was PlayStation.
We had like this club that we were in called Underground. And Underground, Metal Gear Solid.
Need for Speed 4. I love that game. And I hate racing games now, but I love Need for Speed.
The Underground that we were subscribed to actually sent us... remember those discs?
Yeah, PlayStation Underground was a magazine, an official magazine from PlayStation. And every month you got a magazine which spotlighted all the newer games coming out. And you got a disc with demo games on it. And the first disc we got, no lie here, had a demo for Metal Gear Solid 1. It was in Japanese because it wasn't translated yet. Oh man, that was such a good. That demo made me want that game so much. And then when we got the game, it was so much bigger than I have originally thought. We played it so much that we ended up having to go out and buy another one because the second disc.
And we played it all in one day because it was really a one-day.
And our friend actually gave us Resident Evil 2, or we wouldn't have a Resident Evil 2 right now. But I'm waiting for the remastered remake. Do you guys play any racing games? No, I don't play racing games per se. Mario Kart, I think, is my extent of racing games. I don't even play sports games. I wouldn't mind playing MLB, and I wouldn't mind football, but I don't think I'd play basketball.
No, you did play Ridge Racer 5, though. That was for the PlayStation 2.
I did. And I played Need for Speed, and I played Ridge Racer. That was it, not Need for Speed. Ridge Racer I played.
Yeah.
Have you guys done playthroughs of
I remember
Legacy
one
of
we
Kain?
should get.
No, we didn't do Legacy of Kain.
You know what game we should get? Do you remember Jet Moto?
I said that yeah, you weren't here when I said that about the beginning. No, yeah, I did. When we were talking about Superman 64, I said I'd rather play Jet Moto because it had more story.
I was focused on this thing to fix up my mistakes, but no, Jet Moto was another good one. And even, was Killer Instinct another one?
Killer Instinct is on a remake disc also anyway.
Really? I thought it was PlayStation. I don't know. There was so many games I can't remember.
Dragon Age, I have it. I haven't played it yet. Origin, I have that too, and I haven't played it yet. I have so many games that I bought that I haven't played. I would take this camera into the living room and show you guys all of it, but unfortunately there are people in the living room, and they're not going to want me to bring a camera in there.
Now, there is one game I do want to remember, and I don't know if anyone else remembers it. Remember when this little boy was on a quest, and he was getting his dog a whiskey?
Yeah, his dog was abducted. Oh my God!
And there was these dark shadows that came, and then you say this
Shadow of Darkness.
Was it Shadow of Darkness? Because if that's the game, and when the boy falls, he goes, "Whoa!"
I think it was Shadow of Darkness.
Yeah, remember that big, huge rock guy that ate your weapons? Actually, I have an iPod.
I remember getting the demo of Tomb Raiders. Wow, nostalgia for PlayStation 1. I remember that. Yeah, we had a demo for Tomb Raiders as well. Any opinion on Ratchet and Clank movie series? No opinion whatsoever. Grime 1-2, sort of like Riding X. They recently made a downloadable racing game called Fast Racing Neo. Republic Commando was good. Rise of the Tomb Raiders coming out to the PlayStation 4 later this year. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. I want to see if I get the PlayStation 4 one over the Xbox One one. I know Eternal Darkness was a really good game for the GameCube, which I will be doing a walkthrough also on at some point. I want to. And Anybody know the game Mike's talking about? It's with a boy. His dog gets taken away. He chases after them in his makeshift spaceship that he creates. And he meets somebody called Amigo. It's a 2-disc game.
Yeah, the one with the one eye. And everything. Oh, wait. I think I found it. Shades of Darkness, I think it's called. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Shadow of Dark. It was Shadow. It was something with Shadow in it, I think. Anybody remember when Game Informer, other companies would send their subscribers demo disc? Yes, I remember that. Oh, and Blasto for PlayStation 1. That game was hard as F. I agree. I think I remember that. See, when we were on PlayStation 1, a lot of the games we got, we rented first and then we bought, because back then money was very tight with our family and we were kids at the time. So let me see and I'll tell you. Let's play more Heroes. That's not it. That is not it at all. Try Shadow of Darkness.
I did. They gave me.
Somebody made the game. I don't remember.
Darkness. No.
I prefer PlayStation now. Xbox 360 I preferred over PlayStation 3 for a while, though. I have so many memories of Nintendo 64, GameCube, PlayStation 2, Super Nintendo. So many memories. Yeah, I know there are a lot of memories there. So I'm guessing none of you guys who are in the comments know about the game we're talking about.
Oh, Castlevania, Shadow 2.
Try Darkness.
Maybe Darkness. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. It was that was another game we rented, but we never. It was on PlayStation 1, Tevya.
Maybe Darkness. Let's see.
Did you put Darkness game?
Walkthrough means it's game. Let me see. No, Angel of Darkness, Tomb Raiders. The Darkness Walkthrough, that's not the one. I don't know.
We'll have to look it up. We'll find it eventually.
I hope somebody knows what I'm talking about.
Shadow of Colossus I played. That was really good.
Yeah,
that was a really good one. That was an
really
awesome game. And there's actually a stage in Castlevania for the PlayStation 3 that you have to climb this gigantic, what do you call it, monster, and it's reminiscent of Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah, that big, huge monster. That's big. You know.
You made me now want to know what the hell that game was called.
No, because that game, he fought against these shadows, and there was a big, huge guy that ate his weapons. Then there's one part where you swim in the water.
I know. Yeah. I don't remember for the life of me, though. I don't
remember either now. Oh, God.
I'm guessing you guys don't remember either because I'm not getting anything. Have you guys played Wolf Among Us? No, but I have it downloaded on my PlayStation 3. Or 4. My PlayStation 4, so I'll probably be playing and reviewing it soon. Anyway. All right, guys, so it's 10:27. Final comments, please. We are going to be going off, like I said, we got to go up at exactly 10:30. We started at 9:05. Maybe we'll go up at 10.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I closed, and there was a little confusion about closing and stuff. It was a long day. At least tomorrow, hopefully, we can get some stuff. Maybe we might be able to do a Brooklyn Boys thing, but I want to work towards my channel for 699-701.
Hopefully the comics will come tomorrow too, and I'll have a haul video for you guys tomorrow. This is really the big video for today, and also the Half-Life 3 or Half-Life, gaming talk discussion. I'll do more since you guys enjoyed it. See, this is what I always want feedback, guys, and I said this in the video too. If you tell me you really like something, it will put it higher on my priority or my do more of list. If I don't see any comments, I don't know if you guys like it or not, and it falls under the category of whenever I have the time then. And if you guys like something, always let me know. I don't know why there's something. I guess that's the tag in my hat. If you like something, always tell me, because if you guys tell me you really like a series, I'll do more of it. Because it's something you guys like. If I don't hear about it, like, for example, I've been told recently that somebody really likes when I do my collectibles videos. So now I'm going to make sure I cover, like, for example, the Kamen Rider Ghost belt, which comes with a lot of eyes. We're going to have a lot of different... You're going to be seeing this for the rest of this year probably, because there's a lot of icons. Yes, they call them icons. And I'll be reviewing all of them, and we're going to be henching out all throughout the year. And yes, Kamen Rider Ghost is already in episode, I believe, 13. I'm going to be playing Super Mega Creep Up. super mega catch up. Creep up. Yeah, I'm going to creep up on something. I'll be doing a review of the season thus far, and then from there on, I'll be doing episode reviews. So final comments go, because I'm giving you guys, it's 30. We're going to go till 35 since we started at 9:05, but then we're cutting out. So leave those comments and questions now. Are you guys going to play any Shenmue games?
Shenmue.
I don't think so. Hi, guys, and that's David. ISBLU. Hi, David. I'm sorry he came in so late and at the end of the live show. Hopefully you'll come and watch this when it goes off live. We had a really great conversation about video games, comic books, Batman v Superman, Marvel, and everything else. I'll definitely come back to watch you guys play. That's awesome. We're going to be playing on Frontline Gaming Zone. If you're not subbed here also, Nerdy Vision, I'm going to be doing a lot of comic, toy, collectible stuff on this channel. But game walkthroughs right now, I noticed we're losing subs on FGZ because I'm not posting games yet. I'm really trying to get a bit of an archive like I did for my channel so that I have a lot of videos to upload. So every day I can upload to my channel, to FGZ, and I don't have to worry. So, and also I have to test out, and I'm going to do it this weekend, I promise, the PlayStation 4, if I could share directly from the system. If I could do that, I'm going to do that. All right, see you later, Nerdy Vision. It was great having you on here. Hopefully you'll come back next Friday. We do this every Friday, 9 p.m. I'm aiming to keep it at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so hopefully you'll come back. Hopefully you enjoyed. Okay, gonna go film now. That's awesome, Alan. I will see you on Twitter, and we'll talk more throughout the week. All right, so I'm guessing there's a lot of goodbye, so this is where we're going. Taking off now. Finish JoJo Bizarre Adventures up Part 7, Steel Ball Run. Awesome. JR, are you doing videos at all for your channel at some point before you go? Real quick, are you planning to do anything gaming or video-wise? I'm not too sure if you mentioned this before, because I know you were talking about wanting to do something for your channel at some point before you go, and then I'm going to end the stream anyway. Out of curiosity, I can't end it till I get the comments because then everything erases itself, unfortunately, and that's why I read your guys' comments so they stay as video at least. So I'll wait for your answer and then see you on Facebook. Oh yeah, JR, we'll definitely see each other on Facebook. Just wait and see because I know this is delayed. What I'm saying now, you are seeing like 2 minutes from now. But yeah, I see all you guys everywhere, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I talk with people all over the internet. I do have equipment. Well, JR, you should definitely get started on that. And I probably am subscribed to you already then because I think you mentioned this before. I'm going to make triple sure that I am, though, after this video. So we're going to go, guys. Any opinion on doing a video discussion on Marvel Future again? Oh, because this was such a cram night, we were going to do it tonight. Unfortunately, we aren't anymore. It's been rescheduled. It will be coming. I apologize for the mic mess up. We got the cord, so we're using our favorite mic again. So now we don't have to worry about the volume going in and out, up and down, anywhere. The volume will always be awesome. The voice will always be awesome. So we will be redoing that next week sometime. Jeremy and I will also be doing an anime one for the animes that have come out this weekend, hopefully. So till then, guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around. We love you guys.
Late and once again, sorry for the mess up in Mario Kart. It's just been a long, hectic week.
Yeah, but we love you guys, and thank you guys all for coming out tonight to sit with us for a couple hours.
Frank told you this?
Yeah, but I was going to tell you that also.
I know. A huge thanks to Frank and Lisa who told me because it would have been really an upsetting Sunday. It would have. Thank you so much for letting me know.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We do this every week for you guys. And for those of you that were new to this live show, I hope you guys come back next week when we do the next live show. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Lots of videos coming your guys' way this weekend and tonight, as a matter of fact. So see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. See you on Tuesday for the pre-show or the Frontline Live. Indeed. And yeah, so I'm very bad at outros and intros. So whereas I can't edit, I'm just going to say good night.
So we're in and now we're going out.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, everyone.